Hello everyone, welcome to education lecture. In this video, I will be teaching you the remaining concepts of the 6th chapter, that is staffing. So if you are new to my channel, then subscribe my channel to get further new updates. So as I told in my previous video, I will be teaching you and telling you all the important concepts and the corresponding marks of each concept, and I will be telling you the meaning of the unknown words also. So let's get started. Here the concept is explain the stages or steps, both are same, involved in selection process. So please don't get confused with the staffing process and the selection process, both are different. So this is very important, and they may ask you for 8 marks also. Sometimes they may ask you for 4 mark, 2 mark. As I told, they may ask you the big answers as 4 marker, for 2 marker or 1 marker, and as I told, you have to give more importance to this chapter. It doesn't mean that you have to thorough with only this chapter, because there will be coming only 15 marks totally from this chapter according to your blueprint you will be getting. So those who feel that if we thorough with this chapter, other chapters points we will forget, need not get tensed. Think every chapter as equally give you equal importance and study. Don't think that this chapter is very important and you will get still confused. Those who feel that I can do it, it's up to you. So here it will be asked for 8 mark, and as I told, for an 8 marker you have to give the introduction. For this introduction you can give the definition of the staffing. Definition of staffing you can write. So the points are preliminary screening, selection test, employment interview, reference and background checks, selection decision, medical examination, job offer. Next is a contract of employment. So there are 8 points, and for 8 marker, as I told, you have to write an introduction and conclusion. So here the first point is preliminary screening. So preliminary screening meaning is it helps the manager to eliminate unqualified or unfit candidates based on the information supplied in the application forms. Next is the purpose of preliminary screening is to prepare a list of eligible candidates. So this may be asked as any MCQs or fill-ups also, or they may ask you in short for a 1 marker what is preliminary screening. So it is very important, this point, for 1 marker. For 2 marks you have to write both the points. So here the meaning, as I told in my previous video, for example, you are the organization, I am an employee. So that time when I come to your organization for searching for a job, for seeking an employment, that time what you will see as my superior, what you will see, whether I am I have a qualification, a good qualification, whether I am an candidate who is fit for the job whichever you are giving. So how can you tell that I am fit for all these jobs, how I am qualified? How can you say that is? When I am giving my application form, in that I will be specifying all my details regarding my studies, qualification, percentage, experience, everything. So according to that only you will be selecting me. So this preliminary screening, what it will do is, it will eliminate, it will not take those employees who are not qualified, who are not fit for the job. So how they can find out is through their application forms only. These managers will get to know. So the purpose of the preliminary screening is to prepare a list of eligible candidates. So organization, it will see to that they get a good candidate who is capable of doing the jobs, so that their organization would get the profit. They will achieve their goals. So they see to that they have an eligible candidate. So that is the reason the preliminary screening is done. Next is selection test. Selection test, these tests are made to discover and measure the skills and abilities of candidates. So selection test, the word in that only they are saying test. So they would give a certain test. It doesn't mean that like you are getting in your schools, colleges and all, they will give a written exam and all. Not like that. They will give you a few tests. That is, below they have given types of selection tests. So, and there are some tests so that they can know that whether the employee has certain skills, whether he has an ability to do some work. So the types of tests are, if you want you can write, sometimes they may ask you for 4 markers. What is selection test? What are the types of selection tests? That time you have to write the meaning of this and the types of selection tests. You do not write this on an 8 marker. 8 marker means you have to write the meaning of all the 8 points. Under those 8 points, these sub points are there. Nothing like that. Need not write this. Okay, if you want, you can just mention it if you have a time. I'm not saying that you have to compulsorily write. You can write the main point meaning also, that is more than enough. So this is also very important, the selection and types of selection test. It is very important for a final exam also. It may be asked for 4 marker as I told. So the points are intelligence test, aptitude test, trade test, personality test, interest test. So in these words only you can get to know what are the tests which is given when they are doing a selection of an employee. So intelligence test, to measure the level of intelligence of the candidate. It is an indicator of person's learning ability and ability to make decisions and judgments. So as I told, you are an organization, I am an employee. So when I am coming as an employee, you will see that whether I have a level of intelligence, that is whether I will be able to do whatever job you are going to give. So it is an indicator of a person learning ability and ability to make decisions. So when I am coming as a new employee, they will see that whether I have an ability to do the work or whether I have the ability to make decisions and judgments on my own. So that capacity and all, whether an employee is having or not, that and all they will check. Next is aptitude test. So aptitude test is to measure the individual capacity for learning new skills. It indicates the person's capacity to develop. So here what is the meaning of the aptitude test is, now they will see that whether the individual, so now as an employee I am coming to your organization, that time you will see as my superior, you will see that whether I have an capacity of learning new skills. So that is when we go to another organization for working. So each organization will have a different types of working techniques. So they will see that new techniques will be coming, right? According to that, will the employees be able to cope up with that, whether they may be able to learn that or not those new skills. So they will see that capacity. It indicates the person's capacity to develop. So they will see that whether you have the capacity of developing yourself, whether the upcoming crisis or something happens, whether you will be able to cope up with, that is cover up with everything. So that they will see, that is aptitude test. Next is trade test. So these and all, as you can see, is it all small answers. Sometimes they may ask you for 1 marker, sometimes they may ask you as MCQs, anyhow they may ask. So trade test, to measure the existing skills of the individual, to measure the level of existing knowledge. So as an employee, when I am coming, you will see that how much knowledge I have. So according to that, you will ask me several questions related to my knowledge, my capacity, according to that. So that you may check that how much knowledge, how much capacity and all, you will see how much is my skill, that and all you will see, that is status. And you may feel that there are a lot of points in your business studies, yes, related with, see, the trade test, the word is only saying, see, personality test, according to your personality they are giving a test. Interest, according to your interest they are giving a test. So it is, you have to relate. Few points may not relate, but still you have to understand. If you understand is more than enough to write any type of questions related to your subject. That may be any subject. Yes, next is personality test. Personality test, to measure the overall qualities of person, example emotional reactions, maturity level, etc. So when I am coming as an employee, you will see that whether I have an capacity of controlling my angerness, my emotions, my maturity level, how much I have developed. So those and all they will see. This you may feel that how they may see, they'll make you anger or they will make you emotional cry. Not like that. Just in the further concepts that the meaning is given, but still I will say you in short, that is when you go as an employee to an organization, they'll some organizations may ask you questions repeatedly. Same question they may ask you, so that some people will feel irritated, like why this person is asking the same question. So that and all they will check whether you are able to control yourself, that anger. So when you go to a company, you can't say, oh, same job, I can't do. You should not be like that. So that and all they will see. That is called personality test. Next is interest test, to know the pattern of interest or involvement of a person, to identify the areas in which a candidate has special concern and involvement. So here they will see that what is your interest. So they will ask you in which area you have an interest, whether you have an interest of making patterns or making a designery, making fashion design, making clothes, which you have an interest, in which you have more involvement, which will have a which will give you an goodness of making a work. So that and all you'll see. So they'll identify the area in which the candidates have a special. So they'll see that in which you are good at. So in that they will see and they will give the work according to you, your capacity. Okay, so that was the points in the selection test. So that's it for the selection test points. Now we'll coming to the setting selection process points. So this is the third point. Employment interview. It refers to face-to-face conversation and observation. It helps the employer to evaluate the candidate regarding personality, intelligence, attitude, etc. So here they will see employment interview means they will see face-to-face. So when you go to an organization, you have to see your superior face to face. You have to you have to not bow your head or do something, sit down, see the wall up, ceiling, everything. Those are should be bold and see the superior face to face. So whatever questions he asks, you have to see his face. Some may have some may feel fear that seeing their superior and feeling scared. Not like that. You have to see his face. What to do? You need a job means you have to do such. You have to have all this experience. So it helps so when you see when you see the superior will feel, okay, the employee has a confidence himself. He is not bowing his head or having a negative confidence himself. So they will see your personality and intelligence, everything they will see. So you have to have a face-to-face conversation. Next is under this employment interview, again there are sub-points. So the types of interview are, I hope you can see. I know you will feel confusing, but still in between only if you get to know everything, you will also get an idea how everything is done in an when you go and seek for a job. So types of interview: direct interview, indirect interview, pattern interview, structural interview, stress interview, board or panel interview, group interview. So direct interview meaning. So direct interview meaning, under this method, direct questions are asked to the candidates to identify his skill, character, area of interest, etc. So sometimes the organization, the superior may ask you directly, what are you going to do? What will you give benefits to your organization? So directly, spot to spot, they will ask you the question. So you should be able to tell the answers to them. You have to not be feared that, I know while hearing only you will feel that, like this and all they will ask, But still you have to face all these conversations when you go to an interview. So they'll ask you directly questions so that they will see, okay, directly whether you are able to say the answer automatically or will you think and sit for a while. So they will see your character, how you are thinking, what is your interest, everything they will see. So that is direct interview. Indirect interview, so the words only are saying right what it consists. So indirect interview means under this method the candidate is asked to express his opinion on any topic he likes. Here the interviewer listens to the views of the applicant, that is candidate, without any intervention, not threatening way. So now here indirect interview means now the superior will ask you the question. Indirectly means he'll ask you, speak about yourself. So that time you have to speak, sir, I am sir or madam, I am so and so, I am coming from so and so place, I have done my degree, I like these things, I have done my I am doing so and so part-time jobs, I like to do this, so hobbies, everything. So you have to talk it fluently. You should be able to talk. So that time also I will say a plus point in that. What is, when you are talking fluently without any disturbance, they will see that, oh, you have a fluency in talking, you are not getting feared in between. So sometimes like when you are getting feared, suddenly what we are speaking only will not gonna I like this, no, I hate that, I'm doing this. So that time you have to not get stuck. You have to say continuously, like a reciting, you have to go on saying that. So that time the superior will not interfere. Hey, wait, what are you saying? Repeat me. They won't say, or they want to just see you angrily. So like that only they won't say. However you are feeling comfortable, you have to just go on say. That is indirect interview. So see, here any topic he likes. So whatever topic you like, you can express yourself. Next is pattern or structural interview. A number of standard questions are framed in advance, which is to be answered by the candidate. So some of the organization, right, when you go, they'll give you a somewhat like a sheet or a booklet kind. So you have to fill the questions. So those questions will be common to every people who are coming for an interview. So those are standard. That is the common and basic question everybody is asked. So in advance only they will do like how your question paper are prepared, like for everyone same, and it is taken already in advance printouts, like that only they will take, and you have to answer and submit to it. That's it. Next is stress interview. So as I told, uncomfortable or irritating questions may be asked to the candidate to test his patience. So as I told, right, same questions, same irritating repeated questions he will be asking, so that how much patience you have, they will see that. So when you go for a job, you need patience, like, right? So that and all they will see. Next is board or panel interview. In this interview, a group of persons called interviewers ask the candidate questions in different subjects or area of interest of the candidate. So sometimes, right, interviewers means now if you are going for an organization for interview, in front of you there may be 6 to 7 persons sitting and you are the one person. They may ask you from any kind of questions relating to whatever degree qualifications you have done. According to that, they will ask you questions and you should be able to answer that. So the questions in different subjects or area of interest, wherever you interest you have, those are all they will ask you. So that is board or panel interview. Next is group interview. Group interview means a common topics presented before the candidates called discussion. Group interview offers candidates to express their leadership qualities. So like you, now if you are going to an interview, like you, many persons, like 6 to 7 persons will be there in a group and they will give you a common topic. We need, the superior will say, we want you to speak about this topic. What you will just say. So you have to present you have to do presentations, the speech, everything. You should group yourself. In that group, one should take the leadership quality and everything he has to express. So in that only they'll know, oh, he has a leadership quality. He is goodly explaining everything. So that is group interview. Next is reference and background checks. The qualities like honesty, loyalty cannot be judged on the basis of any test. Therefore, information is to be obtained and verified from the heads of the educational institutions where the candidates have studied. Now, if you are honest or you are bad in character or good in character, the superior won't get to know. The organization people won't get to know when they are doing the interview. But how they can find out this, how your information, what you have done, qualification, so that and all, they'll go to the education institution. It may be your schools. They may ask you where you have finished the last 10th, your SSLC, where you have done your PUC, where you have finished your master degree, undergraduate, where you have done this. So they will see your whatever qualification you have given to them. In that they will see, and from that they will ask the related institutions wherever you have, if they have doubt on you, that how which kind of personality they are not getting to know, means that time they will ask the institutions that how, where you have studied, really you have studied, have you scored so and so. So just for a verification they will do. So this is till here group interview was the employment interview sub points. From here the selection process points. So next is selection decision. So the employer may take a decision of selection after consulting the concerned manager who is responsible for the performance of new employee. So the manager, the superior who was taking your interview, he will see, okay, this employee is good in personality, performance, everything is good. So he will take a decision and he will consult his superior. Next is medical examination. The main intention of medical examination is to check the physical fitness of the candidate. So here again they will be they will see that in every organization there is a medical checkup. There will be a doctor who will be sitting. So they will see commonly when you are going to an organization for working, they will see that whether your medical health condition is good or not, whether you have a sugar, BP, or you have any problem, health condition, physical fitness, that and all they will examine, so that further the organization doesn't face any problems like. So that and all they will say. And I would like to say, I know in this sub points were there. Sub points need not write for an 8 marker. If they ask separately those sub point as a questions, then you have to write those. So next is job offer. I know this chapter is a little big. It is a little big staffing chapter, and it is very important chapter also. So the 7th point is job offer. It refers to the issue of appointment letter. It contains the nature of the job, remuneration, that is salary, and other terms and conditions related to employment. So now we are selected. Now we are selected for the job. Your medical condition is good. You are selected by the superior. Now what they do is they give you the appointment letter. That this you have to come and join this month or the next month in this date. They will give you specific date, and you will be getting this salary and this job you have to do here. And terms and conditions they will give you. Okay. Next is contact of employment. It refers to the acceptance of the job offer. That is the appointment letter you have accepted. As an employee, you have accepted, yes, I will do this job, and salary is also okay with me. I will do this job. So next, the organization will open a service register in the name of the candidate and records all the details like qualification, particulars of employment, etc. So now what they will do is, after you accepted the job offer, next they will have a service register. Every organization or a company will have a service register. In that they will register your name, your qualification, in which year, which date you have appointed, you have joined this company, and your qualification, everything they will see. That's it. This answer is the steps in selection process. Next is this what is training. So as I told, right, the big answers may be also asked as a 2 marker also or 1 marker. So what is training? It refers to the process of adding more knowledge to the existing knowledge. Training is any process by which the aptitude, skills and abilities of employees to perform specific jobs are increased. So now the training means you will train an employee so that he is getting an additional knowledge. By training he will get still more additional knowledge, and his performance skills, everything will increase. Next is difference between training and development. Training, it is the process of increasing knowledge and skills. It is the process of learning and growth. So training means you are training. So as an organization, that old example only I am giving, you are the organization, I am an employee, right? So, and I told that this whole example I will be using for the whole chapter, so that you will understand it much more better, and I am just trying all my best to just simplify all the concepts, and you can understand better and you would write your exams good. So it is the process of increasing knowledge and skill. So when you are getting trained, so as an employee, I am an employee, right? You are the organization, you are giving me training. So because of your training, I had, my knowledge is getting still increased. My skills are getting increased. What is development? It is the process of learning and growth. Same like, you may think that training and development both are same, right? Yes, it is both are same. It little means the same, but here they are given the different meaning. It is the process of learning and growth. So this development is given to a manager so that his learning skill increase and he has a growth. That is, you will be getting a promotion, such kind. Okay. So training, next point. So this you may think that only 2 points are there. If there is 2 points, for 2 marks. Okay. It is to enable the employee to do the job better. Now, while giving training, he will get experience, right? So that he will do the job better. Now, he is capable of doing the job better after training. Development is, it is to enable the overall growth of an employee. So, altogether, he is getting developed, and this development helps in the promotion also. So, next is staffing as a part of human resource management. Explain. So, as I told, you have a similar question like why is staffing both line as well as staff activity. So that both questions may look similar and there are approximately same quantity of points, that is 4 to 5 points. So don't get confused, please understand the question. I don't want to pull up the same point. In my previous video I had told in that also I will not be explaining both this concept and that concept, so that you will get confused. So separately I am saying, just for an information I am saying you like this question is there. Do not get confused. So staffing as a part of human resource management, explain. So staffing is a function which all managers need to perform. So staffing is a function. Okay, managers and all should perform this. It is a separate and specialized function. So it is a separate and specialized function in that the managers have all the responsibility. It is the responsibility of all managers to directly deal and select people to work for the organization. So as I told, right, every selection thing, everything is done by a manager in an organization, because when while you are starting an organization newly, you won't have a lot of managers, lot of employees. So a few managers who will be appointed newly, they are the persons who have to take care of the interview thing, the employees and workers, everyone. The managers only should have. So he is having a lot of responsibility, and it is a very specialized function, because every employees are appointed in the staffing process only. Everything, whatever is to be done, the functions which is to be done is done in the staffing activity. So the manager has a lot of work. He have to select people and what kind of people, qualification, everything you should see. So next point, see, as I told, the same explanation is coming in small organization. Managers may perform all duties related to employee salary, welfare and working conditions. So in a small organization, that is when starting, slowly the organization is starting, right? That time the manager solely should see employee salary, his working condition, how he is working, or he is having any health issue, that and all manager should see. When the organization grows, as organization grow and number of persons employed increases, a separate department called the human resource department is formed. So when the organization is slowly getting developed, that time what they do is a separate department called human resource department. That is your HR department, you might have heard. In the department, what they do is the department, why this department is done is they see that the employees in the organization have a working condition is good, how is their health, what salary they may be given according to their work, in which days they are coming. So those and all will be seen by the HR department once the organization is grown. Okay. So this is the concept. Next is explain the benefits of training and development. So it is very important question answer, and this may be asked for 8 marks. And as I told, for an 8 marker, you have to compulsory write an introduction and conclusion. Few may be thinking that our teacher or your lecturer didn't say that we have to write an introduction. If they have not told, then just listen to whatever your lecturer is saying. If they have not told, they have not informed you how to write an question answer, how you have to present your question answers in so and so marks, then you can write. You have to write like this so that your presentation is also good and you may get marks also. So why is, once you write the one, for example, if you feel that for an 8 marker, if you feel like you can write extra marks, I am saying now only, extra marks I am saying, you can write extra question answers and there is no, nothing, you need not get scared. 100% you can write extra question answers, and at that time you are feeling that unsatisfied with the question answers, whatever you have written, and if you write, I want to write an extra question answer, but you don't remember the explanation of points. It's more than enough if you write if you just remember, if you feel like you know only the meaning of that and the points, main points, I don't know the remaining explanation. It's more than, you may be getting around 3 to 4 marks over there. 1 mark is also more, right? When an exam, if you lose 1 mark, so 1 mark will feel like that, right? Then if you get 4 marks, it is more than enough, right? So like that only, you may get like that. That is for every question answers, if you feel like that. You have to do like that, okay? If you feel that you have forgotten it, you know only the points, just write it. Whatever you know in your exam, just spill whatever, because you are going to write the exam once only, final exam, that also business studies once only. You are going to, again you are going to, whatever you know, everything you have to write, because you are not going to repeat and rewrite everything, right? So once only, this is the last time going to write the board exam. You have to write everything, whatever you have studied. Okay, so you can write extra questions. You are free to write extra questions. I wanted to share that. I have told. So you have the introduction part again. Training is the process of increasing knowledge and skills of an employee. It is a process of adding more knowledge to the existing knowledge. So the meaning is same again. Because of training, the employee is he's increasing his skill knowledge, and he's getting an extra knowledge also there. Next is development, refers to the learning opportunities designed to help employees to grow. So development helps an employee to grow himself. That is the growth in salary, growth in status, growth in the job position, everything. So the benefits of training and development. So benefits of training and development. Importance and benefits both mean the same. Okay, so benefits to the organization. So what benefits does training and development do to an organization, and what benefits does it do to the employee? So benefits to the organization, benefits to the employee. So benefits to the organization is, training is a systematic learning process. So it is a learning process, right? Training, we are getting to learn something. Then it helps to reduce wastage of efforts and money. So because of training, right, we are not paying money, everything, that and all. When we are getting trained, our efforts, that is when we are going to, because of training, we may be going to a higher position, higher task. So our efforts will be reduced because we are getting trained. And the money also will not be, so some organizations will spend extra money, do this, you have to get trained in this and you are not doing that job, give money and do that job. So like that need not to do, because they are getting an experience of training. Next is, training increases employee efficiency and reduces absenteeism and helps to increase profit of the organization. So because of training, employees efficiency, that his knowledge will increase, then he will not have an absenteeism, that is getting he doesn't feel that I don't know this job, I can't do that. So he doesn't feel that, he is thorough with everything because of training. And because of training, right, the organization also need not spend a lot of money on it. Okay, so their profit also will increase because they are getting trained, right? So training, they will get an experience, and work also will be getting soon, fast, it will get over. So next is, it helps in obtaining effective response to the fast changing environmental such as economic and technological. So if there is any environmental changes or technological changes, because of training, right, they are getting experience, or they will get adopted. Oh yes sir, this technology, yes sir, I can do this job. So it is very easy, right, because of training. Next is, it increases the employee productivity both in terms of quantity and quality. So because of training, right, their productivity, that is the how much work they are doing, that quantity will increase. Quantity and quality. Quality means the work 100% good, and quality, the work experience however it will be done good 100%. So both is good only, right, for an organization. So those are the benefits to the organization. Next is benefits to the employee. So what are the benefits of training an employee gets? So training helps to increase knowledge and skills of an employee. So knowledge and skills of an employee will be increased. Then it helps to increase the performance of the employees and helps them to earn more. So when they are getting trained, their performance will increase and they will get promotion, their salary will increase, so they will get earning more. Then it helps to make the employees more efficient to work. So they will be easy to work. So they'll get in training, right? So they'll get an experience. They're easy to work. It helps to reduce accidents in the workplace and helps to maintain good working conditions. So there won't be any mistakes because they're getting training. Okay, so there won't be any accidents, mean there won't any mistakes in the work, and there will be a good working condition. That is the correct interval, that is a break would be given, a lunch break, a rest break, that is your tea break, so that the workers get rest over there. Next is training increases the job satisfaction of employees. So that because of training, right, as an employee, when you are getting trained, you will feel that, oh, I am learning something new. Okay, you will feel satisfied. Yeah, I am getting to learn something new every day. I am getting to I'm getting experienced, everything will feel. So one advantage in this also, that is when you go to an organization and getting trained from the basics. It is none of the organization is from basics, but still, so you are getting an opportunity. It's very good, because when you in an future, if you are getting a transfer or you don't want to work in this company or you want a post in the higher company, because of your training and your qualification, of course the other companies will take you and you will be getting a higher status, higher salary, everything will be getting. So that's it. The next is state any two merits of external source of recruitment. External source of recruitment, so their merits means that is your advantages, and there is an disadvantages also. This, if they ask you separately like this may be for 2 marker. If they ask you both advantages and disadvantages for 4 marks, then if you have to write both the question answers. If they ask you for 8 marks, then write the introduction, that is the meaning, definition of meaning of recruitment, then write the merits of this recruitment, next the demerits of the source of recruitment. So they have given here, state any 2 merits of external sources of recruitment. So under that, any 2 you can write, but still whichever you feel comfortable you can just write. So here 3 are given, so wider choice. The management has a wider choice while selecting the people for employment. So what is recruitment in short is choosing the appropriate candidate for the organization. So wider choice, why is that is they have given the external. External means outside the organization. What are the advantages for recruitment? So what? Please read the question, because there is external and internal, both are given. So wider choice, why is wider choice? Because we are researching outside the organization the new candidates. So the management has a wider choice while selecting the people for the employment. So a lot of people outside the organization, many employees will come for the, many of the people will come for the interview, and many of the candidates which are suited for the job, they may be appointed. So it is a wider choice. Next is fresh talent. External recruitment provide wider choice and brings new blood, that is new fresh candidate in the organization. Now what is fresh talent is, now you are an organization and I am the person who is coming outside the organization, that is I am coming newly to your organization, and of course you have a wider choice and you have fresh talent. Why is fresh talent is, nowadays many of the youngsters are, after they finish automatically their master degree or the undergraduate degrees, they are getting an opportunity, and many of the organization will search for the youth only, so that they will work for, because youth, right, starting first time they are entering into an organization or a company for a work. So working background, normally they are entering, so they will work for a less cost also, and these fresh candidates will have a lot of courage and confidence in them, so they will work for how many hours they will say also. So only they will, many of the companies are just vacating, that is removing the old people and entering the new youth people, so that they will work for a good longer time. So it will provide wider choice and brings new blood, that is new fresh candidate in the organization. Then is competitive spirit. New candidates will work hard to show their performance. As I told, they will work very hard, because newly we are coming, right? Every employee will think that we have to work hard, we have to get a nice name in this company, so our performance should be good, and we'll have competitive spirit also. So that is, oh, he's like that, I have to achieve like that. So new candidates will have that spirit. So next is demerits, that is the limitations, disadvantages, demerits, all are same of external source of recruitment. So what are the demerits of this is dissatisfaction among existing staff, that is human resource. That is, they may feel that their chances of promotion are reduced. So when you are now as an organization, you are selecting the new employees, but the existing employees, what they will think that, why from so many years you are working and we are not getting promotion, the new candidates are getting promotion, so they will feel bad there. So they will feel dissatisfaction. Then why I have to work in this company? I will leave the company, but they can't leave because they have some of the organizations, some may feel that because of their old age, nowadays many companies are not taking the old age people. As I told, they are taking the fresh candidates. So some people may be thinking that, what do I have to work here? Like that. Lengthy process. Next is recruitment from external sources take a long time. So you know, right, as I told in my previous video, the steps in the staffing process, there is a long process. So recruitment, selection, placement, so a lot of process there. So it's a very lengthy process. Okay. And it takes a lot of time. Next is costly process. A lots of money has to be spent on advertisement and processing of applications. So when we are asking for an fresh candidate outside the organization, we have to advertise, we have to do all the application forms, we have to print out the interview section, timings, everything, money and all we have to spend. So that is a costly process. So next is mention any two merits of internal sources of revenue. I will say please don't get confused with both. It's very easy and understand the question is more than enough to answer your questions. So here two merits of internal sources. Internal, that is within the organization. So sources of recruitment. As you know, right, in my previous video I had taught you sources of recruitment, and you know that is your practical oriented question also. Under there are many sub points, but don't write this that points in this, because they are asking you merits, that is advantages and all they are asking you. So employees are motivated to improve their performance because of promotion. So within the organization, right, now I am working in an if you think, for example, I am working in your organization for more than 10 years. Okay, so you will give us motivation that you should work hard, your performance should be good, that time only you will get promotion. So you will show that somewhat like a thing, oh, I will get a promotion if I do this. Of course I will do. So every people have that what to say, I don't know what to say, but something like a spirit, like something will be having. So that is my internal source of recruitment means they will not take the employees outside the organization. Within the organization, whoever are working with them only, they will do their task. Next is internal recruitment simplifies the process of selection and placement. So as I told, right, they won't take outside people, so they don't have the problem of selecting the candidates and placing the candidates in different departments. So they don't have that task. So it simplifies their work. Next is transfer is a tool of training the employee to prepare them for higher jobs. So in this internal source of recruitment, they think that transferring, that is now I am working for 10 years in your organization, I told, right, for example. So when you are transferring me, you as an organization, you will think that when we are transferring these people, they will get to know how in this in the other company, that is you are transferring me to other branch. In that branch, how they are doing the task, how this employee will do. So you may think that we will get an experience. Next is mention two demerits of internal source of recruitment. This is demerits, limitations, disadvantages. A new enterprise cannot use internal source of recruitment. So when you are, for example, if you are starting a newly organization, you can't use internal source of recruitment because you don't have any existing employees at all. So you can't use it. Next is the spirit of competition among the employees may be reduced. So within the organization, right, you are selecting. So that time, right, we won't have that spirit, the competition. That we will think, oh, same old people only. That fellow want do this, this guy want do this. So that will that mindset will come off. So they won't have a spirit of competition. Although we have to go for promotion. They will select as well. We will get promotion. That spirit will be there in that. Next is frequent transfer of employees may reduce the productivity of the organization. So frequently, if you be transferring an employee, his experience, that experience won't get reduced, the productivity, that is a good employee will be getting transferred, and there the productivity will increase, but from where he was transferred, that organization productivity will be reduced. Like that and all sequences are there. Next is explain the 4 methods of on the job and any 4 methods of the job training method. So this often they ask you this question. Is very important and it is asked for 8 marks. Here again the training So you have to write the introduction of training. So here they have given a small chart like methods of training. Here this also you can make a note of anywhere, just like a chart type, so that you can remember the points. So on the job method, off the job method. On the job method means apprenticeship program, coaching, internship training, job rotation. Off the job method, classroom lecturers or conference, case study, computer modeling, vestibule training. So the meaning of these concepts I will be telling you here. On the job training method, apprenticeship program, the trainees, new employees learn under the guidance of the master worker. Master worker is very important. That is a key word like experienced employee. These are designed to acquire higher level of skills. So when I am coming as an employee to your organization, you will give me a superior. That is my master worker. For me, he is a master worker. So I am a trainee. I am a new employee. When I am coming, you will give a superior who will give me guidance, who will teach me how we have to do this job. Okay. He will have a higher level of skills. So those only will give as for a new employee will give, so that we will also get training from them. So that is apprenticeship program. Next is coaching. In this method, a superior guides and instruct the trainee as a coach. So in this coaching, what they will have a superior, that is a superior, that may be a manager or a master worker. He will be guiding us. We are the new employees, right? So he will guide us, he will instruct us how we have to do this job. He is like a coach for us. Okay, in sports and all, you know, right, what is a coach? He will be coaching, that is training the other players, like that. Internship training. It is the joint program of training in which educational institutions and business firms cooperate. The candidates have to work in some factory or office to acquire practical knowledge and skills. So in your colleges also, or many colleges have that. That is the campus interview, internship training. That is the internship training is you will be getting a training like how you have when you go to a company, how we will get how you have to do a job like this and all. People will be there. So you are getting a training in your educational institutions and business firms. Some of the business firm, many of the companies will be related with your colleges, universities. So they will also be coming and teaching you how you have to be. So you have to work some days in your factory or an office to get the practical knowledge, how we have to do the job. Next is job rotation. This is also a question they often ask. This is for 1 mark. Sometimes they may ask you. It involves shifting the training from one department to another or one job to another. The main intention, they will learn different jobs and also know the difficulties of other jobs. So sometimes, right, one employee will be shifted. They will shift. That is not like transfer. Just they will shift. Same position will be there, same status only, but in other department will be there, or one job to another job, that he may be getting a promotion, or in another branch same job he have to go and do. So they think that main intention, the organization think that they will learn different kinds of job. They will learn and also know the difficulties of other jobs, like other job also what difficulties they are facing. If I was working in a sales department, you will put me in a production department, so that I should learn that. You think that is a part of training for me, so you will think that you will know the difficulties, so only we are putting. Okay, next is off the job training method. Classroom lectures or conference. This method helps in conveying specific information, rules and methods. The use of audio visual makes the classroom lecture more interesting. So they are saying the word only classroom. So like a program, like a projection will be going on. In that the superior or the master worker will be explaining you. He will be conveying what are the information, what are the rules in this organization. So they will put some projects like some videos, or that is only audio visuals in classroom, so that you will feel still interested. Okay, some of them, right, when they see videos or see something practically, that is something really happening, that time only more will get interested and they'll understand it more better than giving a list of rules and regulations in written form. They might understand. So they give the audio visual, so they may feel more interesting and they will also get to know soon what are the rules and regulations informations. Next is case study, taken from the actual experiences of organization, that may be the real problems that manager have faced. Okay. Trainees study the cases to determine the problems, analyze detailed study the causes, develop solutions. So when new employees, that is now for example, as I told you, I am an employee, I'll be coming newly to your organization, right? So that time you will give us certain problems, like same like how in your maths, right, your teachers will be giving you certain problems, you have to solve it. Okay, they may already know the answer, they may know all the methods, but still they give us so that we get trained with it. Same like that only in an organization also, they will give certain problems. They will say, in this so and so problem, what is your idea? What will you do? So we have to detailedly study. Okay, like this and all will happen. That those things and all consequences would have really happened in that organization. That real consequences only they will give to us, whether we are able to solve those and all. Okay, next is computer modeling. It stimulates, encourage, influence, attract the work environment by programming a computer to imitate some of the realities of the job and allows learning to take place without the risk. So when you are getting trained, right, like really many of the organizations will be having computers. So in that only, when you are getting trained, they'll just give you a computer. They'll just set out the work environment. Like really, when you go to an organization, how the work environment will be, how the tables, how the computers will be set up, so that we will also feel interested, right? New employees, computer and will be getting a opportunity, we are learning in that also, and we'll get interested also. Then there won't be any risk when we go actually for a working place. Okay, so same like reality, how it is there, we'll get to know, oh, like this only work, okay, done. Next is vestibule training. Artificial work environment is created to learn the candidates. Actual work environments are created in the classroom, and employees use the same material and files and equipment. So when you are getting trained, like they will say, these are the files, these are the equipments, computers, these are the files which you are going to use in a real work environment. And your classroom lecture, that is the first point under the of the job training method we studied, I had taught you, right? So that method also they have told the rules and regulations. So those and all will help you to really work in an real work environment. So these are the things which helps them to work in a real environment, because they are getting trained with the real things. Like some of the things, like really what in a work environment is that only they will do here also. So that's it. If you have understood or didn't understand anything, or you have any problem with my teaching, you can just comment in the comment box, which will help me to do my further more videos, and it will encourage me also. So like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.